What's going on, guys? This is Chief Rosa, and today I present to you a brand new series called The First 40 Minutes Of, where we dive into the first 40 minutes, hence the title, of a video game to see what it's all about. I'll go over basic game mechanics and give some commentary throughout as well. For this episode, we have Dead in Bermuda, a point-and-click survival game that was actually free on Origin last month. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. First thing we'll start is we'll go into the options menu and... Okay, so you have some resolution options. That's basic to most PC games, except maybe a few early access games that you would find on Steam. Music and sound volume. Turn the music down a bit. Surprisingly, language options. Espanol, Dutch, French, English, Russian? Maybe. And no, we do not want to skip the tutorial. Okay, so let's start a new game. Feel like I'm in Jamaica, man. The chick on the right is nice sunglasses. Oh no. The warps reaction. And the plane has crash landed. So obviously Dead in Bermuda is the basic survival game. I've given the game a 15-minute playthrough just to get a grip on what I was doing. Hey everyone, let's regroup and talk a bit. Thank you everyone for your help in making a camp. It's heartwarming to see that we are sticking together after the horror that just happened. Let's take a moment to introduce ourselves, since we may have to live together for a while now. I'm Alice, 45, and this is my husband Robert. We come from Montreal. I love hiking and cooking. I'm pleased to meet you all. You can call me Bob, guys. Don't know what to say. I like to tinker a bit at home. Oh, and going fishing. Okay, so this guy is going to be our fisherman. And tinker, so maybe he can invent things. Okay, thanks. So my name is Alejandro. I'm 32. You all might remember me. I'm the manager of the holiday resort we were all staying in. The flight was my first holiday in 10 years, so yeah. Wow, what a tragic story. Hi, I'm Bethany Winters from London, England. The city of London. If you need medical help, please come see me. My dad doesn't speak much. Please excuse him. I'm Ilyana, 16. We're coming from a small village in Russia. Ah, and Julia married my dad last summer. Oh boy. Okay, so we have the whole family. Julia, the guy that doesn't talk, and Ilyana. Hello. Everything already said. Don't expect me to reveal my age, or should I have to silence you forever? Was that a good accent? That sounded terrible. Are we finished? We're wasting precious time. We must organize ourselves. I'm Jacob, and I know how to survive in a hostile environment. This is something I've spent my whole life preparing for. Okay, so this guy is going to be the guy that explores the environment and will help us find things, hopefully. Things to use to survive. So I'm just going to go... Okay, so we got 10 plus wood, 2 plus stone, 1 plus tinder. And everyone's depression is up a little bit, I guess because our plane just fucking crash landed. That may be some indication. Welcome to Bermuda. This is a camp view, where you can assign characters to activities they will perform during the day. You can move your mouse left and right to view all of the camp. Characters are assigned to action slots. Right now they are all assigned to the campfire's action slots, which is talk. To move a character, you can either drag and drop him on a new slot, or right-click him and click again on the desired action slot. Move a character from the campfire to the scavenge action slot at the plane. Okay. This guy. This character will search the crash site for useful resources, but beware. Seeing the dead passengers' corpses will increase their depression state. There are 5 states in the game: hunger, depression, sickness, injury, and fatigue. If any of these reaches 100%, the related character will die. Next, move 2 other characters on the research action slots at the library. So this stack of books is the library. Some library you got there. Or is that 6 books? She's reading, so... And one more. This must be her doctor, so I'd rather not waste her. Yeah, the big guy. These characters will search for crafting plans. Once the progress gauge reaches 100%, they will discover a new recipe. The efficiency of every task is tied to a specific skill. Every character has different strengths and weaknesses. But for now, move 3 other characters to the Explore action slots at the jungle, trying to find the best combination. Where is... Okay. It's in the trunk. Okay, so this is just the wood, the stone that we got before. Let's look into the menus a bit. This seems to be an overview of all of our characters. Again, we have Alejandro, Ileana, Jacob, Winters, Yuri, Julia, Bob, and Alice. Everybody seems to be going down in depression and fatigue, which is... Oh, and I stand corrected. Jacob is not happy. But he was also the one that we put by the plane, and if you remember, it said that when the characters see the corpses inside of the plane, it will increase their depression and such. So this is a more in-depth breakdown of all their statistics. You have, under physical, you have strength, agility, constitution, and fighting. Under mental, you have intelligence, discussion, medicine, and knowledge. Under utility, you have stealth, crafting, exploration, and scavenging. And under food, we have hunting, fishing, harvesting, and cooking. So every character has their strengths and weaknesses, as we can see here. I don't think there's anyone who is an all-around bad character. It seems that Winters may be the least effective, with really only being knowledgeable and adept in medicine. And this is our map. The map is split up into squares. I'm assuming that as you explore, squares get unlocked because of the smoke clouds over all the other ones. What happens when we get to the end of the island, I do not know. Okay, so we'll take 3 to the jungle. Again, let me check this. I guess we would want an exploration stat. So for our explorers, we have Alice, Julia, and we'll put Oliver. These characters will explore the island. You can select which square to explore by clicking on the jungle and then clicking on the corresponding action in the action wheel. Else, they will explore randomly. The last thing to do now is to make a fire. To craft new things for your camp, click on the workshop, and click on Choose Crafting Recipe, and select the recipe you want to craft. Click on the workshop, select Choose Crafting okay, we got that. Well, the only thing we can craft is a campfire, so that we will do. Good. Each crafting recipe consumes resources that you can get by scavenging the plane and the island. To unlock new recipes, you must discover them first with the research action at the library. You conveniently have the exact amount of resources to craft the campfire. So crafting... conveniently have the exact amount of resources. Oh boy. So the crafting will start once you assign characters to the craft action. Now assign the last 2 characters to the craft action slots at the workshop. Okay, so we have Yuri. He looks like he can craft. He's one of those guys that don't talk very much but know a lot. Okay, looks good. Everyone assigned to a task. Let's now advance the time and see the results of their actions. The game is composed into 2 phases of daytime, during which you can freely assign characters to tasks, and 1 phase of nighttime. When you are ready, click the next one. Look at Jacob bringing in the supplies, man. Okay, so this dude is super depressed. One thing I want to figure out is how we decrease the levels of depression. Fatigue will also end up being important as well. We finished crafting the recipe campfire. This will definitely help. We managed to make a fireplace with a few rocks and started a fire with wood and a special mushroom called tinder. I think tinder is usually tinder, not a mushroom. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down in the comments if you know of a mushroom called the tinder mushroom. You can assign characters to the talk action around the fire. Okay, so this answered my question. To lower the depression, we put them by the campfire, and I would assume that we have to advance time by hitting next in order for that to actually take effect. Okay, so this goes by every character. We need a shelter to recover from the fatigue we gain by working hard all day under the sun. New crafting recipe, sleeping area. Okay, so the sleeping area must be what we use in order to lower fatigue of the characters, obviously. Okay, tutorial 6 out of 13, that's the basics. Have you noticed how the time has passed and the results of your character's actions? You should have discovered a new crafting recipe and scavenged enough resources to craft it. Select the new available recipe in the workshop and click OK. Alright, let's go over to the workshop. Okay, yeah, so we could craft the sleeping area. It seems as if we have the supplies to do it. Tutorial 7 out of 13. Great. Crafting is important in the game as it will add new possibilities for actions within the camp, so don't neglect it. You should have picked up some food for tonight in the plane. Eating won't be a problem for today. You could also have some fruit. You can also have some fruits that you can convert into water supplies. Wow, I'm getting tongue-tied. Click on the water tank, check your water supplies, and convert some fruits into water. Possibly I should save some fruit. Is there a way to do that? Okay, yeah, so it doesn't take them all at once. I'm assuming that the fruit will come in handy later for food as well, but we'll look more into that as we progress in the game. Water is very important. If your supplies reach 0, it's game over. One can't survive very long without water, so make a good use of the fruits. Your characters are a bit depressed right now. Lower their depression by making them talk around the campfire. I feel like I'm rapping. Move at least 2 characters on the talk action slots at the campfire. So, let's check the depression gauges. Definitely Jacob, and then I guess we'll go with Yuri as well. Jacob is by far the most depressed. You can lower the states of your characters in different ways. One of the more direct approaches is to use special items on them for an instant effect. In order to do that, click on a character and then on the use item action. Use a coffee cup on a character. Okay. Use item. Give him a cup of Joe. Okay, and it took away 10% of his fatigue and his depression. Don't forget to use your special items. They will make your life much, much easier, and they are available for anyone. You also discovered a new area of the island. Let's see what's there. Click on the map button, then click on the new area square you discovered. When you send your characters exploring the island, you unlock new areas that can be visited at any time. On each square there's an object, and their locations are randomized on each new game. Characters can freely interact with the object. It doesn't pass time, instead you have a chance to be attacked by a nasty beast, depending on how stealthy the chosen character is. When you are finished with the object, go back to the camp and click on Next. Okay, so we have a fisherman's basket. We want to search. Okay, so Yuri is certainly the best scavenger, but as far as stealth is concerned, and fighting for that matter, it seems our safest option would be Julia, in case there is some type of interaction. Now, I'm not sure how the game mechanics work. Alejandro seems to be the most balanced of all of the characters. What I am curious of, because of the, sorry, I dropped my mic there, because of the stealth and scavenging options. I know that I mentioned stealth, but it only shows scavenging here, so I'm going to assume that scavenging is the more important option, so we'll go with Yuri for this one. See, it was stealth. So why don't they, I don't understand why scavenging would be the default statistic that they show us. I'm going to have to look into that more, and we'll get back to that. You almost faint from the smell, but you manage to loot something from the fisherman's basket. Got a basket, 12 fresh fish, 2 fish bait. Go back to the camp. Okay, so we'll leave those guys there. I would like someone to scavenge the plane. Who's our best option? Okay, so we're gonna put Alejandro into the plane. Swap out his spot with Bob. And let's advance. Okay, so I guess as they do certain actions, the stats of the characters will increase with whatever they're doing. I'm sure it must be randomized. I doubt that's something that happens every time, otherwise the game would become very easy very quickly. Okay, these guys discovered a new area, but they're getting quite fatigued. I guess not too bad. And now we have a campfire chat. Alejandro. Okay, good work, everyone. I know it's hard, but we scavenged some food from the damn plane. I'm sure we'll find more if we continue to search the wreckage. But it will only last for a few days. After that, we will be on our own. Anyone know how to hunt? I do. But not with my bare hands. Then, we need to find or craft some tools. Let's share the food to be found. Okay, that was a horrendous fucking accident, and I will stop now. Okay, we should ration our daily meals. And water too. Without water, the average person dies. No fucking shit. A frightening thought. Don't worry, we can make juice out of fruits. The island is covered in jungle. We'll find plenty. Okay, so this is just basic character interaction. I don't see any meaning in the dialogue here. I don't see this story going anywhere. I think a game like this is more about the gameplay in itself rather than the dialogue. Okay, tutorial 12 to 13. Generally, each night your characters will chat with each other. There are conditions and randomized elements which trigger some of these dialogue events, so you won't always have the same discussions each new game. You must now share the food between your characters. Each food has its own nutritional value, and perishable food has a chance to degrade each night. Choose what... Okay, so... considering that most of this food is probably perishable, judging by this tidbit of information that the tutorial section is giving us, I think the way that it goes is that you choose the food that is going to spoil soonest or quickest to eat every night. Drag and drop meals on your character and, okay. Okay, so the fruit and looks like some bacon, beef jerky, something along those lines are non-perishable foods. Everything else is perishable. There must be a way to cook the food. Raw fish, raw meat will increase sickness. Now, I don't know. There must be somewhere, maybe I'm just missing it. There must be somewhere that we could figure out when the food is going to perish. For now, we have two different foods. One's 2 and one is 3 stars. The 2-star decreases hunger by 10 to 20%, and the 3-star does by 20 to 30. I'm not going to waste the 3 stars because we don't really have anyone who is hungrier than that. So for now, we'll do the 10-20%. And it seems that Julia was the only character who was really worth using. I mean, you have guys like Bob. Yeah, Bob. Bob's the man. Anyways, Bob is 13% hunger. If we want to get a full 20% effect from the food, I would rather wait until he's a bit hungrier. So I think we'll leave it at that for now and advance. A night in Bermuda affects fire intensity. Okay, so there's 76% fire remaining. There is some water. 5 out of your 9 tasty. Okay, so I guess the 2 and 3-star meals, as time goes on, they degrade. And eventually maybe they just disappear. And this is just giving us more stats on everybody. And like it says, Ileana is a bit hungry, 15% hungry. She's moody, 19% moody, and sleepy, 15% sleepy. With these statistics, the higher they go, the worse off their conditions become. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as gameplay proceeds. Okay, the final tutorial. Tutorial 13 out of 13. Did you notice? Perishable food has a chance of deteriorating each night. Tasty meals degrade into meals which degrade... What the fuck? That's confusing. Tasty meals degrade into meals which degrade into barely edible stuff, which finally turns into rotten food. Okay, that's what I said before. Eventually it degrades into nothing, and becomes completely inedible. Also, your fire decreases in intensity. When it drops to 0%, you lose your fire. You can craft it again if you have the resources, but they're very scarce on the... How the fuck are they scarce, man? This is an island with trees and a jungle. Oh my god. Game logic. You can craft it again if you have the resources, but they are very scarce on the island. To avoid that, feed your fire every day. Click on the campfire, check the fire... Okay, so let's... check fire intensity. We have 76%. One wood, or one log rather, turns into 10 to 20% fire intensity. We have 76% remaining. Okay, so it's at 92 now. I'm not going to get it up to 100 because just like with the food, I would hate to waste that potential of getting an extra 20%. And some last tips. When assigning more than one character to a task, its efficiency depends on each character's skill and relationship. Their relationship will also progress. There's always a slight chance they will argue instead. Each action is tied to one or several skills, and these progress automatically each time they are used. When enough progress is made on their skills, a character will level up and gain bonus skill points to be distributed freely among... Okay, so whatever fields I guess a character is lacking in, that's personally what I would do, is dump the skill points. Dump the skill points into certain statistics that are a bit lower. Let's take Ileana, for example. She only is an 8 at fighting. Now, later in the game, I may want to actually use her or be put in a position where I have to use her to fight, and that is the statistic I would work on. whereas her stealth is 65. That's in the green. That will be good for some time, so I would, and her intelligence at 73, so I would rather work on the lower stats to make a better all-around character. Guys, if you're watching this, let me know down in the comments what you think. In this type of leveling system, are you better off pouring into the lesser stats or going into the stats that they already excel at, like Winter's and her medical stat, for example? Would you be better off getting that to 100 out of 100, or would you be better off working on her cooking and fishing skills? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to know how you guys would take it. Okay, we have a new area of the map unlocked. Let's check that out. Okay, so we have the moist suitcase. Let's search it. Okay, so last time we took... I think we took Yuri, and his stealth was actually very low, so let's go with someone who has a little bit better stealth. Okay, so she is good at stealth and fighting. Julia may scavenge a bit less than the other characters, but she may not get caught, so. And it was a success. Is there something useful in some tourists' bags? Hopefully so. Fabric, psychology magazine, painkillers, and that's about it. Let's check her inventory. I would like to know, to be able to identify some of these. Oh, okay, so this gives you +5 fishing. I'm going to go out on a whim and assume that this is something that permanently increases a character stat. So I think I'm going to be taking advantage of that. I'm going to check the statistics in a few and see who has the worst fishing skills. This heals injuries. The psychology magazine will increase discussion. I guess that in turn becomes important for the campfire discussions and such. The basket helps gather fruits. Maybe that is something that they bring together a little more fruits, or it's just kind of like a Final Fantasy key item that doesn't actually do anything. Rope, that's a material, as is the fabric, which says that it's going to craft bandages. I don't think anybody is particularly in the red with depression yet. We have also not built our sleeping quarters. I do want to craft. Oh, okay, so it is still in development. I wasn't sure about that. Let's see who's the best at crafting. I would like the sleeping quarters to get done soon. This way our characters can get some sleep, of course. Okay, so let's put Yuri and Alice on it. I know Alice is the better explorer on my team. But right now I want the sleeping quarters to get finished as soon as possible. Let me swap out for Jacob. I love saying his name like that. She seems good. All of her stats are still in the green, so I'll leave her there. Fatigue and depression there. They're both kind of in the dumps with that. Do we need 3 characters to go exploring? I just noticed that the plane, it says that it has 10 uses left, so I'm assuming that it is a limited scavenge, and eventually that will run out, whereas the game will get harder. Okay, so I don't know what to do. I don't know who. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna leave Yuri here. He's a good crafter. I want to put Alice back in the exploration, and very quickly, let's get back to our inventory and just use the stat increasing items. So we have the one that does the fishing. Fine fishing, 28, 23. Okay, so Julia has the worst fishing stats, so I'm gonna dump those two into hers. Use items and fish bait times 2. Okay, so now we have increased her fishing stats by 10, and there was a couple other things. Okay, plus 5 crafting. Okay, so we're gonna give that to Ileana because her stats are generally quite low, so I would like to start dumping some of these items into her. Okay, so we'll use the tools on Ileana. Crafting skill was increased to 28, and now we just have, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, whatever. We still have another psychology magazine. Find the discussion stat, which is towards the middle. I guess Jacob doesn't like to talk very much, does he? He's probably he's like the, what was his name? Ben from Lost. That's Jacob. He's Ben from Lost. He even kind of looks like him, minus the twig antlers and the tires, of course. Okay, so we're gonna make him a little bit better of a speaker. Now he is at 15, which is still relatively low. I need to do. No. Oh no! I keep hitting things. I don't know what to do. Okay, so this we can grill the fish. That gives us a tasty meal, but does decrease the fire intensity a bit. Wow. It's taking a lot from the fire, actually. Alright, so we're going to have to increase it. I think we'll stop there. Keep grilling. Okay, so then we will put fire back up. And again, we'll stop there. And hopefully they find some food for the day. The water supplies. And it seems I'll do 2 of those. And let's go exploring for the day, guys. Okay, so again, his scavenging stat has increased, and he got us a whole bunch of stuff. And it also increased his constitution. My one issue is that the game gives you a decent tutorial so far, but it seems that the stats actually mean a lot in this, and really haven't gone to depth with the statistics, so I'm a little curious to know how that works as well. And we discovered a new area, which I think is something that we knew would happen. So let's see, first we'll check the area they discovered. And we have a wooden crate. Scavenge some wood. Why is that in red parentheses? That I would like to know. Again, let me know down in the comments. I haven't seen anything in the tutorial or anything thus far that has really explained that. Does that give us a bigger risk of being attacked or failing? Just let me know. I'm curious to know. Again, we'll have Julia do it just because she seems like the safer bet. I think next time we're going to go for someone who's a little better at scavenging. They won't have the stealth skills that she does when it's okay. You probably open the crate and search for something useful. Her scavenging increased. She got a coffee cup, spices, medicinal plants. Now let's go back to camp, see what those actually do. The coffee we already have seen. Okay, so the spices increases cooking, and medicinal plants is for sickness. Let's just see who's a really bad fucking cook. Okay, so we'll dump that into Julia. Okay, so we've increased her stats to 18. And everyone else seems relatively decent right now. I guess we'll take out 2 of the explorers since their fatigue is getting a bit up there. We'll take out Julia and Alice. Shit. Come on! Okay, and then we will... Let's check the characters again. We have Winters and Alejandro. I think Alejandro was kind of an all-around character, so... he's not very good at exploring, is he? So we will actually, we'll remove Jacob from the plane. We'll put him with the explorers. Winter's exploration and scavenging stats are just okay. And we'll bring Alejandro to the plane. Oh no, they swapped. I guess apparently we swapped my microphone right now. I don't really have the optimal mic stand yet. I'm still in the process. Amazon Prime Day, July 11th. I will be buying all sorts of new equipment. I will also be doing a first face cam video. I think I'm going to be doing a discussion. A friend and I recently were speaking on a topic that really intrigued me. So we'll get into that later in the week when I do the face cam video. Okay, let's proceed the day. The scavenging increase as always. He got some wood, rope, a couple different meals, some barely edible stuff, fresh fish, painkiller. Wow. Okay, so maybe it's a good choice to put in there because that seems like most of the travel so far. Our sleeping quarters are 70% crafted. Description. We need some tools to help us gather resources in the jungle, since the resources we can scavenge from the plane wreckage are not infinite. Which it tells us. I think we have another 8 days left. Effects. New crafting recipe gathering tools. So we're going to be able to craft tools that will actually help increase the... I'm assuming the amount of supplies that we can scavenge from the jungle. New trait discovered. It hurts. Injury decreases. Wow. That is not a good trait. So basically, she stays hurt a bit longer than the average character. I don't think 0.6 is good, but at the same time, I'm sure over time it could. Alejandro. So, you come from Russia. Why did they give you a Russian accent? And Ileana is your daughter. Da. And Julia, her mother. Knight. My wife. Second one. First one dead. Okay. I need to stop with the accents today. They're so fucking bad. Sorry for your loss. She may be better up there than us down here, though. Any idiot can face a crisis. It's the day-to-day living that wears you out. ... Okay, good night. Yuri's depression increase. Okay, so they just made each other depressed and shit. Okay, so let's start feeding our people. 20 to 30%. Is that 30%? 30%. And then everyone else will give the 10 to 20% too. Again, because I don't want to waste supplies. I'm assuming that as you go along in the game, supplies become everything, so I'd rather not be wasteful. Now, these are 1 to 5%, so anyone with 5% or more, we can dump these in too. There's 7 left. Yeah, so I guess these are good just for topping off the characters to get them as low as you can without wasting. That being wasteful. And that'll do it, so hit the next button. Fire intensity went down. Water supplies, they used 8. Now, I wonder if that is a nightly average or if it varies. I want to try to remember the next night that we pass by. And okay. Okay, so we have Winters and Bob, who are both quite fatigued. Julia is still very fatigued herself, so I think we're just gonna leave her there. And we're gonna put Winters. We'll let Julia explore, and I think everybody else could pretty much stay the same. Let's not forget to do our fire. Poke the fire. Okay, that'll be good with the fire. How far along is our research? Okay, so they're white? Okay. Okay, so the research is 98%. She has 1.02 times efficiency. And Yuri is actually under efficient. That being said, it is 70% completed. And yeah, I'm gonna leave these guys the way they are. Let's advance the day. So Alejandro has been doing pretty well for us scavenging until the plane runs out. And he's gonna leave him there. Wow, it's at 95. He couldn't even finish it. Now you can see the difference between somebody who's doing an action that they excel at versus an action they don't excel at. Okay, so Winters is... Okay, so she's strong-willed and she does not get depressed as easily. Good for you, Winters. Good for you. Bob's exploration stats have increased. Discovering an area. I couldn't tell, but it seemed like they discovered 2. I guess we'll see on the map here. These guys are gonna have to get some sleep or something. And they did. They discovered 2 areas. Oh, you know what? This is the crate from before, and we're going to try to scavenge. I'll send Yuri there. Hopefully he does not get attacked. See, it's this. So he's been here scavenging. Now he has a 21% injury, but his fighting and his stealth have increased. You start breaking the crate, and the scavenging. So we got 3 wood, a nail, which I'm sure is used for crafting. Now let's check the other one, and we got the machete. We found a machete. You wonder where the owner is. You hope the owner is. Effects +1 machete. Okay, let's go back to camp and look at our inventory. I want to see what the machete is actually used for. Maybe it's machete kills again and again. That's cool. I like that they did that. Like, what's his name? Danny Trejo, the Machete films. I think the second one or the third one was actually called Machete Kills. Okay, let's look at our guys again. Alejandro's a fucking wreck, so we're gonna throw him into the fire, not literally. And you know what? Alright guys, I'm gonna take... It seems like everybody's getting pretty fucked up here, to be honest with you. So, anyone who's in the yellow right now, I am going to put into the fire pit. Just to stay in a safe place, I want to keep everybody below a certain point. Or as well, everybody besides Alice. We're gonna put Alice, and Yuri, actually. We're gonna put her in research. Let me just double check to make sure that she's been in research, and Yuri is. Where is it? I guess that would fall under knowledge. And Yuri is actually more knowledgeable, and I am more concerned with the research right now since the sleeping area is 95% finished. So we'll swap them out. Oh my God, she's very inefficient with a times 0.61 efficiency rating, as is he for that matter, but right now I'm just worried about keeping these characters at bay. Just double check the fire, I don't remember. Okay, so the fire's still good. Do we have fish to cook? I thought we had fish before, but I guess not. And the sleeping area is crafted. Description. We finished crafting the recipe sleeping area. That's a funny way to word it. This will definitely help. We arranged a place to have a bit of shade during daytime so that the most fatigued of our group can take a nap. You can now assign up to 3 characters to the take a nap action, lowering their fatigue. Great. Okay, well at least Yuri did make some progress, but so putting everybody by the campfire really lowered their depression, so I think from now on, instead of sticking a character or 2 here and there around the campfire, I'm just going to throw everyone there and skip time. Okay, she is a nerd. Her intelligence skill progresses 2 times faster, so I would assume that means that for every 1 point thrown in, it increases 2 points for the statistic, and every time that she does research and that her intelligence would go up once, it'll go up twice. Very self-explanatory. And everybody has hearts. How was your day, Jacob? Quite well, madam. Thanks for asking. Okay, I don't feel like doing this. We are running out of time. Actually, I was using a stopwatch, and it was on my phone. The application that I used was fucking terrible. It kept closing out. I have not been keeping track of time, so I apologize for fucking up the point of the whole first 40 minutes out. But I solemnly swear to you that for every episode henceforth, I will make sure that it is a 40-minute episode to have some consistency. That being said, we're going to advance another day, and I think we may leave it at that, but we'll see. Okay, time to feed everyone. No one seems that hungry. And we'll get some to Jacob. Everyone else can eat these. Try to get them down. Yeah, so these things are highly inefficient. Sometimes they only lower by 1%. But again, they're good just to top it off and really get the characters down to a decent level. Okay, and that was it for the barely edibles. Let's continue. Fire intensity went down, water supplies by 8, and I do remember that the last time it was also 8, so that may be a steady decrease. Okay, so depression-wise, everyone is relatively good. I don't really want to take out more than 2 people, so I'll put the 2 that are most tired. He has 36, as does Ileana, so we'll let them take a nap together. Maybe that will work on depression as well. That's something that we'll see when we advance the time. Otherwise, we'll put Alejandro back on the plane. We will take Alice and make her start exploring again. Who do we have here? Jacob will have to go with Alice, and so will Julia. Now, who is left? We have Bob and Winters. Let's see what each is suited for. Winters' intelligence is 58, whereas Bob's is 19. 19 is so low that I'm instantly going to put him on the crafting bench without even checking. Maybe that is just as low of a stat for him, but we will find out, won't we? Poke the fire a little. And one more. And I think that's it. I think we're ready to... Oh, that's what I was choosing the recipe. And we don't have enough wood. Oh boy. Okay, hopefully between scavenging the plain and the jungle. Oh, duh, why would he be there? Okay, so we will actually have him help research. There is no point in him staying there. And we got 2 wood, 2 ropes, plus 3 meals, and some of the barely edible stuff, and his constitution stat increased as well. Winter and Bob have almost finished researching. You'd think for 2 characters being there that it would have increased a bit more, and I think Ileana on her own actually would have been more effective. It showed their fatigue certainly went down from sleeping in the rebuilt hut, and their depression did not increase, which is a good sign. Oh, okay, so Julia is fucking tired. Why does he... Oh, okay, so he must have leveled up. We have skill points. Yes, I did not notice up here. So he is now level 2. We can dump into skill points. As I said, I will always increase the lesser stats, so we'll dump a bit into discussion and medicine. I do like that they give you 8 skill points. There's a lot of stats, and had they only given you 2 or 3, it would take 50 levels to even get a character where you want them to be. So we'll put Julia there. Let's move them out of the way for now, and let's also take... we'll go back and get Jacob. He is still exhausted. I thought that he slept. Maybe not. She can go back to researching, and Bob will go and explore with Alice. Now we have Yuri and Winters. Want to see who the better crafter is. Okay, so Yuri's a better crafter. We'll take Winters. We will have her go with the exploration party, and we'll go back to Yuri and drag and drop him over to crafting like we had him originally. I don't know if we have, and we still don't have our 15 wood, which is unfortunate because I would like to start working on the next project. We should have the wood by tomorrow. It's just a matter of whether or not we'll actually have enough left over to where we don't have to worry about our fire going out, because as it said in the initial tutorial, when the fire goes out, everybody dies, and that's something we don't want. We only have 6 uses left with the crashed plane. Since I have the extra spot, I'm gonna put Alejandro in there. I'll put Yuri to scavenge. He's not too bad. He's a good scavenger, so. And let's check on our map here. The crazy old geezer. Wow, this guy's fucking hilarious. he has like old television antennas sticking out of his head, like those TVs that you used to see in the 50s. I think that's what that is. Let's speak to him. Talk. Find the character with the best discussion skills. Alice is actually a good speaker, as it says. A human being. So we are not alone on this damned island, says the crazy old geezer. With great expectations, you try to speak to the old geezer. You even scream at him, but nothing will do. He won't budge. A charge. Traitor. With your high hopes torn to pieces, you leave him behind thinking about what you will say to your comrades when the guy starts muttering a litany of random gibberish words. Okay, so if we try to communicate, we have a 75% chance of completion, and if we hit him on the head, then we have 68%. Her discussion stat is high, so obviously I'm going to go with that. I don't think the forceful way. Okay, so it was a success. After spending time trying, you fail to understand one single word coming from his mouth, but then you start to grasp the way to communicate with him. You sit next to him in the same position and you close your eyes. You try to make one with the river of words, and they are now gently flowing into your head one by one, caressing your mind. As if possessed by a higher force, you dive into the sea of words within your mind, reach the bottom, and pick up 3 shells. On the shells, you see 3 words written in blood in an unknown language, yet you understand them. Okay, now this shit's just getting bizarre. Did he give her mushrooms? Are you on shrooms? You get out of your hypnotic trance. They fucking took ayahuasca or something. It's one of those crazy hallucinogens that you read about out west in the desert that you find growing wild. You get out of your hypnotic trance with words prophecy, find, and love. See hippies dancing in your head. Okay, so her So her intelligence and knowledge increased. Her depression decreased. To explore. Okay, so let's go see what else there is. The big fat tree. Okay, so we could chop the tree, which will give us wood. I haven't been given more than one real option at this point. What I want to know is if I search, will I not be able to pick up fruits? And if I pick up fruits, will I not be able to search? Let's find out. I think I'm going to search. That just seems like the best way to go. Let's try someone a little safer, who's all around good. We'll have Alejandro do it. And he only had a 30 and now he got attacked by a monster, which barely injured him. You know that tinder can be found on these trees. It may prove useful. So we got soy sprouts, tinder, and that's about it. And we will also pick the fruits. Our best harvester seems to be Alejandro. But it's still going by stealth, so I don't understand why it's showing us these stats. He did successfully do it. It says, you harvest some fruits that are not too high to reach. And we got +4 fruit. He's a bit higher now, which I think he already was to begin with. And let's type it. Yuri is by far the strongest, so we'll have him do it. He's gonna get attacked. Yeah, of course. Wow, that is one violent mountain goat. Without hesitation, you take down the tree and salvage the fruits in the process. Okay, so we got enough wood now, and he did level up. So let's level up Yuri. He seems to be very low in medicine, actually alarmingly low. If it gets to a point where we need him to do some healing, he will be useless, so we'll dump the stats into there. And we'll head back to camp. Now, a lot of our guys are pretty fucking tired at this point, so... okay, guys, I just noticed the time. I let things go on a bit long. I think, like I said before, my fucking stopwatch app that I was trying to use actually took shit on me and it kept closing out, so I have no idea how long we've been actually doing this. But Dead in Bermuda is a pretty straightforward game with a basic character leveling system and exploration. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Chief Rosa.